come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Okay, fess up. Who was dancing in their chair just now? Because isn't that an amazing intro song? I love it. Welcome, everybody. My name is Lynn. I go by LV Handcrafted across all of the socials, and I hope you've been enjoying the Card Maker Success Summit so far. Let me know in the chat, where are you joining from? I love that this is available to everybody globally, and that as a community, our craft community is so awesome and it stretches all around the world. And so it's really great fun to get to meet everybody, get a little bit of opportunity to chat with you live, and I would love to know where you're coming in from. And if you've been watching the summit classes so far and you have a favorite, let me know that too. I haven't yet watched all of the classes, so I'm looking for suggestions, so drop that in the chat. Let me tell you a little bit about my class. So I taught a class on, I think my brief was a gift card holder and a masculine card. So if you struggle with masculine cards, this might be a great workshop video for you if you haven't already caught it. I'm going to show you my project and tell you a little bit about the things that I used, some of the techniques that I used making it, and I'll actually show you a second version that is more feminine. So this is a card style that you can really adapt to whoever you would like to gift this card to. So I'm going to switch my camera real quick, and I will give you a little look at the card that I taught. So it's a little bit pocket money. So this is a gift card holder and a card all in one. So we have in here is where this is sort of a little wallet where you can pop in a gift card. And so you can just tuck a card in there. I'm going to use one of my credit cards. So there, that's how that would fit. And it's just really a sweet little card. And I think when I struggle with masculine cards, I try to think about the things that, for me, feel a little bit more like textural. So this very, high contrast, blocky print. This is just a pattern paper, really easy. So, it's not to say that men can't love all of the colors in the rainbow. So really you should adapt it to whomever you are giving it to. But if you're looking for just like an easy peasy choices for making masculine cards, I think black and white and blues and, your neutrals are great choices. So this little pocket here, I actually have this older, the Stamps of Life set. It's called the, I think it's just called Pocket to Stamp. But this is one of their monthly kits. And it's really great. It's got that stamp that has the stitch lines. But if you look at this particular pocket, it's super easy to hand cut this as well. And so you don't really need anything super special if you want to recreate this. And you can always draw in those dash lines. And I do that a lot for that faux stitch work. It's a really nice little bit of a detail that is super fun, really easy to do. This does happen to have a coordinating die set, but I actually didn't use the die. I showed you how you can hand cut these tabs to form the little pocket that you can tuck your wallet into. And so really fun, super easy project. And this wallet, I think somebody asked in the chat, how do we come up with our projects? And this wallet is actually inspired by a leather wallet I made for myself. So I actually hand stitched and made this myself. And so you can kind of see it's almost life size. And here I did draw in that little faux stitching to kind of mimic the stitching that you would do for real on a leather wallet. So that's actually what inspired my project. And Cricut is a great way to go as well. I see Debbie says, I'm going to make this with my Cricut because I don't have this stamp set. Yeah, and and that's why I kind of chose this particular stamp set, because it is a really easy design to replicate, even if you don't have the this exact stamp and die set. Does the monthly kit always have a guide sheet like that? Says Laura Lee. I believe so. Because I think it tells you what all comes. I think this was the stamp of the month, and it shows kind of inspiration, but then they also always have like the add-on products that you can get that coordinate with it. So I keep these always so that I remember what it's called. I love the color of your leather wallet. Isn't it fabulous? They dyed it like this kind of pink. So, and it's held up. I've used this, I think, for like 5 or 6 years now. So so I love that. And I love the gold accent. Yeah, so that's the other thing when I'm thinking about, masculine cards is metallics and more materials. And so I love that. Hi from North Carolina. I'm going to make this card, for my young adult grandson who has a birthday in April. Oh, that's awesome, Melinda. Thank you so much. You know why I wanted to do a gift card holder? It's because I really never know what to get my nieces and nephews. In particular, my nephews. So I don't know what teenage boys want, but no one ever says no to cash. or gift cards. So, so that's why I went with that. Susan says, "Wait, where's the teal?" I know there's a shocking lack of teal. But I wanted to show you this version as well. And so what I did, and I do show this in my class if you haven't already seen it, I took the same blue solid color cardstock with a couple of ink pads. I made the streaky, that sort of that denim look. So I just made like a whole sheet of it, just this faux denim, and it's really easy to do. Just solid color cardstock to start. Take a darker blue ink pad, take a white ink pad, and just, if you watch the class, it looked like a hot mess. But once you cut it down and you start adding all the things to it, it does start to look better. Now, this is the feminine version. And Rebecca asked, how did I make the ruffle? Oh, okay. I'll show you that. Do I have some scrap paper? I must, but I can describe it if I don't have paper. But what I did for the pocket though is just for a softer look, instead of stamping with this sort of metallic ink. See how that's like a metallic ink? I just stamped with that darker blue, the same one that I add the streaks to, and using that same dark blue, I stamped a little floral pattern. To make these little ruffles, all I did was I took a some pattern paper that would coordinate, and I just folded it back and forth. So see how it's just folded back and forth? So you got one little fold there. About every ½ inch or so, you just kind of zigzag fold it. And then it doesn't go all the way down. It's only about that much, like maybe an inch or so. And that's it. So hopefully that close-up look helps. So it's just something, it's like a little bit more frilly and a little bit more soft and feminine, but overall, it's kind of the exact same thing. And you could probably, make this in a more feminine color if you wanted. I just wanted to keep everything kind of the same, but just to show that take a floral pattern paper instead of something that's like super high contrast and something that's more like typographical or geometric, and then maybe add some different choices in inks. So here I just used sort of something that's blending a little bit more, and here I used some metallics to make it really, have some shine to it, but also for it to feel like a little bit more like rugged because it's metallic. And otherwise, a couple extra little details, and it's like super, you can see like they're so different. Lace is a wonderful idea. Yeah, and if you have something, I just happen to have like something like this, seam binding, you can tuck some of this in there too. So like think about your soft materials, your fabrics, things like that would be really, really fun. Added little detail here, but not a lot of different things, and yet you can get totally different looks. So so yeah, how do you come up with your project ideas? Well, this part was inspired by my actual wallet, so which I showed a minute ago. So that's how I came up with. I wanted to make a gift card holder, but I wanted it to feel like it was an actual wallet that you would put into your back pocket. So how the genesis of this was, I signed up for the design brief of masculine card gift card holder. And so I thought about it and I realized I've never actually crafted with this stamp set. And it's been in my stash since 2021 and I've never used it. And so this is what kind of was the inspiration. So then having the actual little back pocket design, I decided, well, let's run with that theme. And then that's what led me to make a little wallet inspired by my own real life wallet. And so that's how I decided to come up with this particular project, and I wanted to make them in both versions because I know that if anyone's like me, maybe you struggle with masculine cards, but I find that you can come up with the same idea, but maybe swap out a couple of choices, and you can change the look of a card quite a lot. Is it still available? This, I don't know. Oh, that's such a good question because I don't know if this is still available. It's pretty old, 2021. I'm not too sure. But it's the Stamps of Life if you are interested. How about turning it upside down, adding a chimney and putting the gift. Oh, that's putting the gift for congrats on your new home. Yes. See, this is such an easy shape, right? Like it's just like a house. And so don't sweat it if you don't have this stamp and die. I use the stamp to get the stitching lines and everything, but you know, you can draw that in. I drew it in on this and it looks just fine. I think. Of course, the stamp's going to be super perfect. My YouTube channel name is LV Handcrafted. So I do hope that you'll pop on over to my channel if you get a moment. And I put videos out and would love for everybody to find me over there. But yeah, you know, this is one of those things where I know I used a specific stamp and die set, but I did choose this one because there are fancier pocket stamps, but I chose this one because it's got just straight lines. So it's really easy. And then, like Susan said, you can adapt it too. So any fun events coming up? So I do have some things coming up that are kind of exciting. So if you sign up for my class and you sign up to get the freebies, depending on whether you are on a VIP or not, you'll get access to my crafting masterclass series, at least one class, and perhaps also a discount code to buy more if you would like. In April, I actually have a new masterclass series coming up. The one we just finished is masterclass series on masculine makes. So if you're looking for even more masculine card ideas, I have 5 videos from different instructors who have taught some really fabulous classes on masculine makes specifically. The next one coming up is in April, and that one is Stretch Your Supplies. And so I'm really excited about that one because we're going to show you how to get the most out of your supplies. So whether that's stamps, dies, stencils, embossing folders. I'm teaching a class on the Better Press. So the idea is that we're each going to teach 5 different techniques for that particular type of supply. So that's coming up in April. The classes are available on my Crafting Masterclass series website. Thank you to Erin for dropping a link to it. So if you want to enroll, you can. And hopefully, I think we're all kind of, if you're like me, you're kind of trying to get the most out of your stash and maybe pulling out some of those things that you bought way long ago, but you just haven't crafted with yet. So so that's what we're hoping to help everybody with, is just to get more, you know, value out of the dollars that you're spending on some of these amazing craft supplies. So that's one thing coming up in April. I am teaching at another craft retreat in May. So the Not Too Shabby Shop is having a free craft retreat in May, and the registration just opened up for that. So that's mid-May. The 17th and the 18th are our dates for that. So if you like classes taught by me in real time, the Crafting Masterclass series and the craft retreat in May by Not Too Shabby, I teach those in real time so that it's not sped up and you can easily follow along. I'm a slow crafter, so everybody can hang with me, and don't worry, we'll all get the project done. But that's one of the things I really like about the masterclass series is we all teach it in real time. And so that way, if you want to craft along, then it's at a very comfortable pace. And then we can also give you like all the tips and all the tricks. So, so that's what's coming up. And thank you everybody for the love of my crafting masterclass series, especially for folks who are have taken them before. So it looks like my time is up. Thank you all so much. I hope that you've enjoyed the Cardmaker Success Summit so far. And I am going to check the comments on this video if you're catching this on replay and you have more questions for me. Don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. And I hope you'll find me over on YouTube. I'm LV Handcrafted, and I've had a blast chatting with you all. Thanks so much. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.